Welcome back to In the Field Sports Crew. Episode 5. We've done it for a month, consistent uploads. Very big weekend. The Super Bowl happened. The Bucks won. I called it. I called everything right. All I'm gonna say. Bucks won. Didn't let the Chiefs score one touchdown. Very one-sided game. The entire game, really. Pat Mahomes just couldn't get into a rhythm. I think losing their two offensive tackles was a big impact, especially when the Bucks had one of the best defensive lines in the game. Bucks were fully healthy. They got Antonio Brown back. They got both their safeties back for this game. I'm very happy. I'll talk more, but I want to hear what Chun and Torres have to say a little bit too.
Good, June, go. You can go for it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean it was a good game. It was I mean someone's happy here, Cole's a little happy, his team won, and my team still is kind of better now, but it's okay. But yeah, I think Mahomes, he tried his best, the way he could throw the ball still, while getting almost sacked.
Yeah, that one clip of him literally falling to the ground and going
And managing to still
yeah, perfect throw.
Like,
And that throw, I don't know if a lot of people know this. I think it came out after Super Bowl, the pictures, but literally hit the guy right in the face mask. It was right here and just dropped. His hands were here. They went through his hands, hit him in the head, and dropped.
He fully missed it.
Yeah.
I think he was surprised that the pass was that good, to be honest.
Yeah, he almost stopped playing, but Pat Mahomes never stopped playing.
He could do it. You didn't think he could throw, but it was still insane. I mean, and then Tom Brady put on the show. He played really good.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. And I also said this. I said Gronk and AB are going to have a great game. Gronk gets 2 touchdowns, break the record for most postseason touchdowns by a duo, Tom Brady and Gronk. I think Jerry Rice and Joe Montana or Steve Young have 13. So Gronk tied it with his first touchdown, but then that second touchdown he got broke the record. So they're that's crazy. And then just Tom Brady, pretty good game. And this game, one thing he didn't do is he didn't throw one interception or turn the ball over. He threw an interception. He threw an interception to Leonard Fournette, but ended up not counting. And it wasn't really his fault. It got tipped twice. Leonard Fournette kind of tipped it up. But I don't know. I think that was the one thing. Because against Green Bay, they had him in the first half. They destroyed him. Then he threw 3 interceptions. Washington, I think he threw a few interceptions. Saints, there's just turnovers and stuff. So I think he knew he had to play a perfect game. He did. 3 touchdowns. I don't know. I thought he was going to get maybe 4. I think 3's average. You should be getting 3 as an NFL quarterback. You're doing just enough. But not those. Yeah, he did exactly. But that defense, Tampa Bay's defense, was insane. Their secondary is not the best in the league. Because, they just don't have, the one-on-one corner to just go, with any receiver. But their zone was so good. Their DBs didn't even have to play that good because the crazy pressure. Every single play, Patrick Mahomes was running for his life. It didn't look like there was one play where he had time to, sit back, throw. Tyreek Hill didn't really do anything. He had, 1 or 2 plays where he got, 20 yards. But, that's expected. Travis... Yeah, Clyde wasn't that bad, but Tampa has the best run stopping defense. Their front 4 is insane. Vita Vea, Nanakin Sue, Jason Pierre-Paul, and Shaq Barrett. That's nuts. And then so I think they played good. And then Devin White, I'm wearing the LSU sweater for him today. He's amazing. I think he's one of those guys people are gonna start to know the name of. He's been really good this entire playoffs. Got an interception, guarding Travis Kelce for the most part. And just really solid player. Every pass, it seemed like he was in the play somehow.
Yeah, and it was also cool to see how all the players they got this year got a touchdown pretty much. All their offensive players
They signed Fournette, he gets 1 touchdown. They signed Gronk, he gets 2 touchdowns. They signed Tom Brady, he throws the touchdowns. Antonio Brown got a touchdown, and even the kicker. The kicker wasn't on their team last year. They had to acquire the kicker this year. So every single player who got some sort of point. Yeah.
Everyone wants to play with him,
Yeah. It is awesome to watch. Yeah, Oh yeah, Tyrann Mathieu. There's one thing you don't do. You don't go up to some guy who has I don't know if you guys watched the Michael Jordan documentary, but it's Michael Jordan can get the motivation from the smallest thing. Like if you were to say Michael Jordan's one of the best point guards, he'd flip and be like, why isn't he saying I'm one of the best point guards of all time, or like shooting guards of all time, like that thing. Brady's the exact same way. So to actually get in his face, and then so he got in his face, and then he just like when the Mike Evans pass interference happened in the red zone, then he literally goes after Tyrann Matthew to throw a touchdown to Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he fully like about like destroyed
It's
him.
kind of like poking the bear.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Personally.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Yeah.
He like poked Tom Brady and then all of a sudden just goes off.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw, but there's like clips of Tom Brady just yeah, but there's like clips of Tom just like yelling at Bruce Arians like that drive in the second half, like towards the end, like Bruce Arians was gonna send the field goal team. He's like, no, and he's like just yelling, bro. And then he's like, we got 5 seconds for a play, and then it ends up working out. They get a touchdown, and at the end of the game when they were kneeling, he's like, let's effing go, like we gotta go, because he wants to run another play, but like he's not understanding what's happening. And like I was watching Skip and Sharon's show, and Skip saying like he calls him Psycho Tom, and it's like yeah, like he gets into like a mindset, and it's just all go, no stop, like just destroy him, like the killer mentality almost. Like it was crazy. And then the fact that Tom,
About the game?
yeah,
Go.
and the fact that Tom was able to come to another like this. So this is like what like makes me like how good Tom is almost. He goes to a new team, and everyone says that Bucks are stacked. I'm not saying the Bucks weren't a bad team, but the Bucks didn't make the playoffs any year before this until they got Tom. He comes to a new team. I think he acquired those guys. It was I heard Fournette say Devin White and Tom tried to get him, and then Antonio Brown was all Tom Brady, because Antonio Brown doesn't want to play for anybody else, and then Gronk. Bro, he got Gronk like that. And then yeah, so Tom Brady gets those 4 guys, and then he just gets another ring, bro. Like he went to a whole nother team, built a whole nother team, and that's his 7th ring. Like that.
Yeah, like.
Torres, you're cutting out.
What I noticed about the game was like the game kind of reminded me of Coaster's game, the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Torres, you're cutting out.
Still get Torres.
Okay, wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're good.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi just has like some random spikes where it like sucks.
Yeah, I think you're good.
I'm good. Okay. Okay, ready?
Yeah,
Ready.
yeah, we're good.
Okay. What I noticed about the game, it kind of reminded me of like the Panthers and Denver Broncos game, like the Super Bowl. How like Carolina was like hyped going into the Super Bowl. Oh, they're so good. But then the defense of the Broncos just like gave no time for Cam Newton, and it was kind of the same with like Patrick Mahomes. Gave him no time to like set up a play, pretty much.
Yeah.
The Bucks defense covered Tyreek Hill pretty well. Like you guys said in the last episode, the guy covering him, I forget, he like allowed him so many yards the game that they played before, and the coach kind of gave him like confidence, like, oh, go guard him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He
that was
played really good.
there was like some plays on Antoine Winfield where Antoine got burnt. Like when the peace sign happened, like when the Chiefs played the Bucks the very first time. And then Antoine Winfield got him back, just went right up in his face, and like Tyreek's signature is like that was awesome. Yeah. Well, the thing is like, so from like knowing football and like understanding how it works, so that I'm pretty sure that's a 15-yard penalty, right? They got the interception on the 17. So when they got that penalty, they moved back to like they were inside their own 5. The game was over at this point, but like if it was closer, let's say they get a safety, and then they get a touchdown because you have to punt the ball back after safety. So then they get 10 points just like that. So I think that's what it was. But like the game was over. Like it was already 31-9 when that happened.
You probably wouldn't have done it if it was like a close game at all.
Yeah, well, I hope he wouldn't have, because that could have been yeah. They lose because of that.
Isn't it turnover on downs though?
No, it was.
I remember it.
Yeah, so it would have been Bucks ball anyways, Christian, but that penalty still counts. Like it still affects
Yeah.
after the play. So they moved back, so they were inside their own 5 at that point. But it ended up not really mattering. But yeah,
There's a big difference.
yeah, I'm really happy with the game. I think like what happened is that the Bucks just like they won like 8 in a row or like 9 in a row. Like when you get on a hot streak, like going into the playoffs, and you have a team with like this much talent, and you just like get hot, you're bound to win.
Yeah, especially when you have a team like Brady with that winning mentality, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to stop that.
Yeah, they held the pieces. They just needed a good QB.
And there's another thing that I saw on Instagram. I'm pulling it up right now. It was Tom. So these are all the people Tom Brady had to beat to get to the Super Bowl. He had to beat Taylor Heineke. It wasn't great, but he had a really good game. Like Heineke's now got signed a contract to Washington. Like he had a great game. Beat Drew Brees. Everyone calls him the GOAT, right? Everyone's like, oh, Drew Brees, like he has passing yards. Beat Drew Brees. Beat Aaron Rodgers, the MVP. See ya Rodgers. Like, what are you gonna do against me? Then beat Pat Mahomes, who is supposed to be the next upcoming of the GOAT. He beat the last 3 are arguably the 2 are the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and Tom was able to beat them. And I'm not saying it was just Tom. Like obviously the defense gets like included, but like Tom just like you go from not winning a Super Bowl, not even making the playoffs for how long, to winning the Super Bowl when Tom comes. I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, I saw this other post. It was the Bucks had the worst winning percentage in the last 5 years out of all the 4 major sports.
Yeah.
Like hockey, baseball, basketball, and football. And it was
Yeah.
at 37%, and that's
Yeah, they just needed a QB. Like they needed a good QB. Like
Yeah, but you're forgetting Tom brought Fournette, so they got their running back.
Yeah, it's Tom
But
Brady.
Brock Gronk, yeah, so this is my thing. It's not that I don't like Ronald Jones, but that one 4th and goal where they went for when they would have been up by 14 and he couldn't get that in. That frustrated me so much. I'm like, why aren't you putting Fournette in?
Oh, yeah.
Fournette's a power back. Like I thought that we were losing at that point. I thought that like was gonna be momentum. I thought that was gonna be momentum for the Chiefs. They're gonna go score a touchdown now, and like or like not touchdown, but like just momentum for them because they were like not really moving the ball. And then that's another thing the Bucks defense did. They literally held like probably the best offense in the league to no touchdowns. They didn't get 1 touchdown. And like I know,
that was crazy for me to think, because like you're holding the best offense, the most hyped offense, like with Mahomes and everything, to no touchdowns.
yeah,
I mean,
It's crazy.
I mean, the Chiefs not having like their some injuries, like kind of.
yeah. They had some injuries, but you're going against Tyreek Hill, arguably like a top 5 receiver. Travis Kelce, like top 2 tight ends, and then Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback right now, and they can't even get 1 touchdown on you within like an hour, within 4 quarters. And they were in the red zone. Like, they got 3 field goals. Like, that means they were on the other side because you can't kick a 60-yard field goal. So they were on, like, the Bucks side of the field, but didn't matter.
Didn't you say, Cole, if the Bucks win, it'd be a blowout?
I did say that, too. I've called everything perfectly. I said if Bucks win, it's a blow. If Chiefs win, it's going to be close.
Yeah. I thought there were some moments in the game, too, where the Chiefs kind of had, like, they would kind of look good, and then all of a sudden it'd be the Bucks defense just like pressuring Mahomes, and it like changed everything. Like
It was
the
a bad
Chiefs would be
showing.
storming down the field, and then the defensive line of the Bucks just like ruin that and take down Mahomes.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best showing for Mahomes and the Chiefs, like what it was. But you never know, might go back to back again.
And so these are my questions. So, Torres, if you want to watch the highlights now. I got some questions for you guys about the Super Bowl. And just big screen it. Is it working, Torres, for you or no?
Wait, can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear you guys when I don't know, it's not letting me hear you when I'm full screen.
Okay, just don't worry. Just leave it then like this. Just play it. All right, so the first question. Oh, it looks kind of poop.
Wait, let me try again.
It's like pixel by. Yeah, hello. No,
Keep talking, keep talking.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. We can't see what's happening though.
Why?
I don't know. Just don't worry about it. Just go back to Super Bowl 2021. Go back to the first tab. All right. So the questions I have for you guys is: do you guys think the Bucks can win again next season?
Man,
It depends how many pieces they bring back.
Like if they lose guys to free agency and stuff.
is there a lot of players like
Godwin's up. I know
AB?
he is. I think AB is, but I don't think AB is gonna like go anywhere else. Like he wants to play with Tom, and nobody's gonna pay him a lot of money because like just the issues that he brings with him.
Yeah, I think he still has his court case.
Yeah, they signed Tom for 2, so he has 1 more year, and I think they signed Gronk for 1, and then a lot of their defense, which is good for them.
He's definitely gonna play with them.
Yeah, and a lot of their defense is really young. Like both their safeties are like 22. Devin White's still not a rookie, but like on his rookie contract. I think this is gonna be his 3rd season.
Honestly, I think they probably could win. Like, unless like somehow Brady like declines like.
Like he hits the cliff.
Yeah, you know how like Drew Brees like his like noodle arm.
Yeah.
What is it, Brady, like, just like decides like to stop.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't-
I think like
they probably could.
you have Tom Brady, you always have a chance.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Cause look at what happened to the Patriots this season. They couldn't even make the playoffs. Tom Brady had the exact same team and still made the playoffs. I think that's pretty impressive too.
It's like LeBron, like
Yeah.
He went to Cleveland and Kyrie left. He made the playoffs still.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I think it could go back to back like Chiefs versus Bucks again. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
Yeah. I think depending on who the Bucks draft, I think their O line really stepped up towards the end of the season. I was really frustrated, like watching the Bucks, seeing their O line, like they weren't doing a very good job.
Saints game. That second Saints game was.
That was awful. We couldn't run. We couldn't do anything. I think we go for O line just to protect Tom even more, give him more time, make that run game better, or you get like a DB who can like play man on man and like just a true number 1 DB to take out the number 1 receiver.
Yeah, because you don't need a receiver.
Yeah, unless we lose Godwin. But like even if we do, we have Scotty Miller and hopefully Antonio Brown knows. Yeah, and hopefully Antonio Brown knows the offense a little bit better, so then he can become that number 2.
He didn't play a full
like-
season either.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you said, if you give like Tom Brady that time, he's just gonna find a play no matter what. Cause like even watching that game, when he had like more than like 5 seconds, I knew he was gonna like make a good pass.
Yeah, exactly. Like on that one Gronk, like we were talking about this, like the Gronk's second touchdown is like like it was a play supposed to be a corner. Gronk had to end up cutting it in because it is well defended, and Gronk, like Tom just found him. Like they knew what each other were doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
So going back to what Chun said about Chiefs and the Bucks, like going back to the Super Bowl, like another repeat almost. Do you guys think the Chiefs are gonna have a bad season? Because previously, the teams who make it to the Super Bowl and lose have bad seasons. This happened to the 49ers. I know the 49ers had injuries, but they didn't even make playoffs. Remember when Broncos played Carolina? Carolina didn't even make the Super Bowl. So do you guys think that Chiefs like are gonna have a bounce back, or like this is like they're gonna regress?
I think they're still gonna be really dominant because Mahomes is just gonna get better. Kelsey, he's already like established himself. Same with Tyreek Hill, he's just getting better and better. I feel like it could be the same like June said, the same matchup again. Just like how dominant each team is and how like the pieces that the like fall in
Yeah.
for each team, like they could just like go back, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Mahomes is a little goat.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're saying my only thing would be like they got destroyed. This is the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career where he lost by double digits. So maybe teams can like watch this game and like kind of see how to defend the Chiefs, because the Chiefs' defense has never been really the highlight of their team. It's just been their offense has been up by so much, so they know like the opposing offense is passing against them. So I don't feel like the Chiefs' defense truly got tested until now, and like they didn't really do very good. And then for the offense, it's basically you just double team Tyreek Hill, don't let him get over top, because he didn't really do anything. He's like a specialist like with the deep ball, right? Or not the deep ball, but like running the deep routes. And Travis Kelce's really good on like the interior, like quick like slants and everything.
They shut him down.
But like, yeah, if they get shut down and you just can get pressure of 4 guys, like you can beat them like easily. And I think there's a few teams that like have those like front 4 rushers who like can do it, and they have that second. Like honestly, I think the Saints could beat the Chiefs. They have a good front 4. They have Marcus Lattimore, or Marshawn Lattimore. They got some good linebackers like coverage guys, and like you could say the Colts. Like I think that like once you've been beat like that bad, like other teams can realize like how to beat you as well, and then you're not gonna be as dominant.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. And then so my other question I have for you guys is, other than Tom Brady, who would you guys have like given the Super Bowl MVP to?
I know you can't say this, but like the defense
Yeah.
of the Bucks. Like I know you can't give it to like the whole defense, obviously, but just someone on the defense, like Pierre Paul seemed to always be at the QB. Like any other defensive line always seemed to be like stepping up and getting past the O line.
Yeah.
Getting to the quarterback really easily. So that's what I think. But maybe,
Yeah.
maybe even Gronk too. With
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
Wrong, baby.
Like you said, it's hard to give like the MVP to defense because like every guy has to do their role for like that defense to do good, and like
Unless like one went off. Like,
yeah, and like there's like all like everybody had a great game. Like Devin White had an interception, Antoine Winfield Jr. had an interception, Jason Pierre-Paul had sacks, Nonakan Sue had a sack. I saw Shaq Barrett had some sacks. Like they all like played a really good game, so it's hard to give like a thing to them. I like Tom, and like it's always easy to go with the quarterback, right? Because like they're the one throwing the ball, they're the one like kind of calling the plays, especially like when it's Tom. Like he's calling the plays, so I think like in that sense, like Tom deserves it. But I think I was right about Gronk. Like he'd have a good game, like 2 touchdowns, like to get like 2 quick touchdowns. And his first touchdown was like more play design, but his second touchdown was like him. And then he had like some other good plays like down the stretch of the game. Antonio,
maybe, like,
yeah,
tested
I-
on that.
he had one good play, but like he didn't really play good enough to get like MVP. And then
Yeah.
Fournette played good, but like didn't go off. So I think Tom Brady like. I don't know. I think like that's like the easy one to give in a game where like everyone played well. Like you just give it to the quarterback.
Yeah, like, if I give it to Gronk, I would have been mad. Like, I would be hyped.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
The kicker, the kicker can be.
Ryan suck up. Yeah. What was like the biggest surprise in the Super Bowl? Like, what were you not expecting to happen? That happened.
I think we already know. Mahomes not getting a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, it would have been like a blowout. Like I was not expecting like 31-9 without a touchdown. Like
Yeah.
when you're coming in with like the best offense in the league,
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing.
it's like you're
Yeah.
expecting a high-scoring game, but it was pretty tight. And then all of a sudden, the Bucks just like boom, Tom Brady.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, the
Yeah.
biggest surprise would be like also the Chiefs not scoring, but like I guess like you could say that like the defense playing the way they did was the biggest surprise. But I really do think Gronk was the biggest surprise, and like.
Your O-line was pretty good too.
Yeah, they were. But like I said, the Chiefs defense I never really thought was like that good. Like I wasn't really too worried about scoring. But like just Gronk like looked like himself. Like he hasn't really played a game like that where he's gotten like 2 touchdowns. He just seemed to be dominating. He still got like 60, 70 yards. And like the things that like about him like faking his workouts, like those came like about like earlier in the week. And it's like, hey, like Gronk, like it makes sense why he had a slow start. Because in the playoffs he wasn't doing bad, but in the Super Bowl, like he just like clutched up. Like he always seemed to be open. Like he's just a perfect outlet for Tom.
What a legend. Faking the workout.
Yeah. And then so this is Brady's 7th. Do you guys think? I'll ask the question. Do you guys think Brady's gonna win more? And how many more do you think he's gonna win? Like, do you think he can have rings on all of his fingers? Like, do you think he could get 10? Do you think, yeah, like, do you think he could get 10? Like, how many more do you think he's going to win? Or if he's even going to win at all? Do you think he's not going to win?
I think like I would think one, like maybe one top.
Like, one more?
Cause like we haven't like seen like a few like a really bad season really for him like his arm or something like, goes like completely wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's bound to happen at one point.
Like, you think his, like, age is going to catch up to him?
Yeah, it's like Drew Brees caught up to him, like Peyton Manning. Like when they won the Super Bowl, he was not good.
Yeah, Peyton didn't win that
He got
game.
carried, he got
Yeah.
carried, he got carried. So like I don't know. I think it's like probably either it's gonna happen maybe in the next like 2 years because he wants to play till he's like 45 or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think one
Yeah,
more.
I think 1 or 2 more. because he has 1 more year left on his contract.
With the Bucks.
Do you think he's gonna go to another team or stay? Like that's the thing, and kind of like adding on to the question, do you think he's gonna like, if he loses next year, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't go to the Super Bowl. Do you think he's gonna retire off that?
Well, and that's what like I'm happy you brought that up. Yeah.
Yeah, as like a winning guy, like you said, like the competitiveness. I feel like he wouldn't want to retire on like a loss.
But do you think this is the flip side? Do you think he wants to retire on a win? Because if he thinks he can win, like what, like so he wins now. Do you think he thinks he's good enough to win again, or even 2 more times?
That's the thing. Like, why not play again if you just won?
Yeah, exactly. And like he had a great season. He had a great season with the Bucks too.
But
Like,
I think the best way to end off your career, like win a Super Bowl, like Peyton Manning, cause like you think I'm done, man.
yeah, but like Tom's mentality is just like, okay, well I can win another. If I can win now, like why can't I win another? Like that's who he is.
There's so many what ifs. Like if he retires, then like after a Super Bowl, what if I stayed? Could I have won another one?
Yeah.
Like,
I think he's definitely gonna win one more because I think they're gonna win this upcoming season. I think they're gonna go back to back. Like they beat every team like not easily, but like if Tom doesn't throw interceptions, they beat every single team easily in the playoffs. And I think the Packers will be good again, and the Chiefs will be good again. So those are 2 like games that they like just destroyed.
Well, the Saints call.
Jameis Winston's not gonna be able to do it. If Jameis Winston couldn't do it with the Buccaneers, who I think is honestly a better team.
He had the best play against.
Yeah, and it was a trick play. Like he wasn't in the pocket. They had to do a trick play for him. Like imagine if he missed that throw. Like what are you gonna say? Get rid. Like imagine that. Like I know he didn't, but he had 1 throw all game. Didn't really prove himself. Is a trick play. Best throw, great. Like I don't know. I feel like I could have done that. He was wide open. But yeah, I think Brady could honestly win 2 more. And like I like what Torres was saying is like if he plays out his contract at the Bucks. Let's say he wins or he doesn't win. Do you think he's gonna like go to another team, or do you think he's gonna re-sign with the Bucks? Like, do you think he likes like the feeling of like going to another team and winning it, or do you think he's just gonna be a Buccaneer now for the rest of his life?
You have to go to a good team.
Yeah. It kind of depends on like the state of the team. Like, you wouldn't go to like a team like the Bucks because you don't want to risk it, right?
Yeah.
Even though he played like really well and like he obviously brought them to the Super Bowl, but you wouldn't want to go to like a rebuilding team sort of because you don't want to risk like your last year to be like
his
brutal.
age, like I wouldn't like want to like go to the Jets or something.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He needs like some receivers to add to there too.
Yeah.
Or like if they do win the Super Bowl again, I don't see why he would leave.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's like the free agents, like depending who they can keep and who goes.
Yeah. And I just got a notification saying Brady to have minor knee surgery.
Oh no.
So it's probably not that bad, but
Maybe he got it. Maybe he got partying too much.
Oh yeah, that and that's better than that. Do you guys see Tom Brady partying, bro? Him throwing the Super Bowl trophy across to another boat. If that thing falls, it's sinking. You jump in, you're getting run over by a boat. That thing's gonna drop faster than you can swim. That thing is gone, bro. That's worse than.
He doesn't care. He has 6 more.
Yeah, but the like poor other like other players, bro. Like Mike Evans, that was his first one. He was so happy. All those guys are so happy. He's like, I don't give a f. Like, yeah, what was he thinking? Bro, if he would have dropped that, that'd been worse than Gronk because Gronk dented it. It's like, okay, like, yeah, like that's kind of stupid. But like to actually lose it, it's like the NFL's not making you another one, or maybe they make you another one, but it's not the same thing. Like it's.
But he wouldn't care. He just feels bad for the guys.
And then not only that, but like Torres froze. But like Gronk or Tom walking off the boat, just like wobbling, couldn't even know where he was, bro. Like he was hammered. He like, bro, I think this is his favorite Super Bowl he's ever won. Like he won it not by himself, but like he won it. Like he proved everyone wrong. Yeah, he like proved everyone wrong about like it being like Belichick's the reason why they've won belt. Like I think like this was his favorite Super Bowl. Yeah.
You don't have to prove like he's like it came out once he won he's like, all right, I'm partying.
Yeah, exactly. And like and then even his daughter, like he's like, Dad, no, Dad, no, and he's not even listening, bro. He's just looking, he's just thinking about it, bro. And then, bro, even when the day when they won the Super Bowl, bro, he literally held it up and gave it to his daughter right away and his sons. Like he doesn't bro. He's like, okay, yeah, I won, but like I don't care about this trophy. Like I don't like. It seemed like he didn't really care about it. Like he wasn't like everyone like hugs it, kisses it, like raises it up, just holds it. He's like, here you go. Like I thought the daughter was gonna drop it for a second. Like it looked way bigger than her.
Yeah, he had it for like 2 seconds total. They gave it to him. He gave it to his like kids, and then the kids gave it back, and he gave it to his teammates.
Yeah, like he didn't care about having it.
I don't want it.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to get rid of it.
He wants next year. He wants next year's trophy, you know.
Yeah,
Next year.
yeah. But I'm happy to see him enjoy it. Like I'm really like I've watched like all of his parades and stuff, and like he seemed like really happy, like just to, like defy the odds, prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
So moving on from the Super Bowl, we have Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson and the Seahawks are pointedly like looking for trades for Russell Wilson. Russ is not very.
Is, like, unstable.
Yeah, Russ is not very happy with the Seahawks. He's been like the most sacked quarterback for like 5 years straight, even more I think. And she's very frustrated because they have a good team. Like they have good weapons on. Like they have good receivers. They have solid running back. Chris Carson was injured for majority of the season, and then their defense is like not the best. But like you start off so hot, they're like the #1 team in the NFL this season, and then you just go to like not even making the playoffs. And then now you got this coming out. Russell Wilson wants to get traded, and the relationship, like it says in the title, it keeps getting worse and worse.
But like he posts on, I think he said like on like social media like how he's like pissed.
Yeah, and I would too. Like he goes from winning 2 Super Bowls, or I don't know if it was 2 or 1. I know they lost the Patriots in the one. Okay, so he for sure won 1. Oh no, he won 2 because he won against the Broncos that one season. So he goes from winning 2 Super Bowls, having a great team, to now just being this like whatever quarterback. He's a good quarterback, but he hasn't got MVP ever. He hasn't really done anything after his career. It's almost like he peaked at the start of his career. But I'd say he's better now, and he's just not doing really anything that well. Or not that he's not doing anything well, but yeah, but that's like the O line, right? Like you could blame that on the O line. Cause if Russell Wilson's able to move, so he shouldn't be getting he shouldn't really get sacked that much. Like Patrick Mahomes, when you watch Patrick Mahomes, you're like, okay, it's not Patrick Mahomes not knowing what to do. He's getting destroyed. Like he's getting chased every play.
Yeah, he has no time.
And that's been happening for Russell a lot.
But they can't.
Yeah. And now he's getting older, so the hits probably hurt a little bit more. He's not as fast as he used to be. He wants to win again. Like he's like he has DK. Like he's seen how good DK is. Like DK just has a good game almost every single game. And like he's throwing like 5 touchdowns. Like I remember one game I was going against a guy with like they had Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. They both dropped like 50, and like but the fantasy guy won the game, but Russell Wilson didn't even win that game when he threw for 5 touchdowns.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
Which is like
And so there's the defense there too.
After that.
Yeah, so that's the defense, and then like I said, he's getting sacked constantly, so it's just not fun for him there anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. It looks pretty bad right now.
Would you guys want Deshaun Watson or Russell Wilson more?
Deshaun Watson. He's younger.
Chin?
Yeah, I think I'll go to Deshaun Watson, honestly. I think he's a lot longer and he's already proven a lot. But I mean, like he didn't play in the playoffs, so like I don't know.
Yeah. Honestly, depending on what team I have, like if I have a younger team, I'll take Deshaun. But if I have a team ready to win now, I'm taking Russ, just because he's done it before. Like you said, Matt, he has no playoff experience. But like I'll take Russ now. He's ready to win. Like he's won before, and I think he's just a little bit more mature. Like he's a little older and everything, so like he knows like what it takes to win a little bit more. And I think he is like a better quarterback. Like I think Deshaun's a better athlete, but like as a quarterback and like understanding the game, like playing the game for longer than Deshaun has, I think I'd take Russ.
Yeah, if a team is ready to fully go, maybe Russ may be a better option.
Yeah.
Like a win now team. Yeah,
like the Bucks pretty much almost.
Like the Saints. Yeah, dude, the Saints.
I just want to like ask you guys, like, what did you guys think of the halftime show at the Super Bowl?
Like I said, like you guys know we're from Canada, so like I was happy to see like The Weeknd go. Like he's Canadian like artist, but it's not that I don't like The Weeknd, but like his like start, like bro, like his start of like his career, like he was like a rapper, like super like I don't know, like that one song is like or not, like you guys know what I'm talking about or not. It's like that music video with that song, like those lyrics, kids, like to like now it's like Blinding by the Lights is like now you're a pop singer, like I don't know. I guess he like changed his career path, which is like good for anyone. Like he found like what he really likes to do, but.
I thought it was pretty good. Like, I mean, like, I kind of want like a Post Malone Superbowl halftime.
Yeah, and you know what I thought? I thought for the camera, like for watching on TV, it was very good. Like you know when they went to that one room. But if I was a fan, I was thinking, but I'd be so mad. I felt like I felt like as a fan, you didn't even see him. Like when he went into the bleachers of the, I don't know what it's called. Like when he went like inside of the performance stage or whatever. Like there's no way the fans can actually see him. Like you're just watching him on the Megatron, which is like watching it on TV.
At least like when like all the people like on the field out pretty sick.
Yeah, that was cool. Like that'd have been something fun to watch.
Like, for live of the show, like he's like gone. He just
Yeah.
left.
And then the streaker, we had a streaker go. That was bro. That's like one of my favorite thing. Okay, like that sounds weird now I'm saying it, but like, bro, like when there's just a streaker going, it's like it just brings so much energy. It's just funny. It like completely just disconnects you from like the game you're watching and like oh my gosh, like that's actually like I don't know. And then bro, there yeah, end zone than the Chiefs did. I was about to say that like it's just, that it's just funny. Like it brings so much more to the show you're watching or to this like sport event you're watching when there's a streaker.
It was hype.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. And then, bro, he's like wearing the Vitaly like uncensored thing, and you guys know who Vitaly is as well. Like so like I don't know. I thought like that's pretty funny. And then apparently there was this guy like outside of the stadium, and there's like a picture of it on like Instagram or like social media, and he's like I'll streak if you give me free tickets. I don't know if it was the same guy. I don't know if it was the same guy, but
If it was the same guy, but
yeah.
that'd be pretty funny.
And then, bro, there's videos of like all the players like cheering him on while he's running and like juking everyone, and like the players are just cheering him on, like yo, look at that move, look at that juke, bro. You can just be in the NFL, like they're just making jokes with that. So I think it just brings like a lot of humor too.
Yeah. It takes away from like the tension of the game.
Yeah, like it's just like a light, funny moment. All right, so that was the Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm very happy. I called the entire thing basically. Any like NFL, Fox, like yo, hit your boy up. You know, like I kind of called it perfect. Like I've called the entire playoffs perfect. Shout out. Yeah. Like I said, I'm very happy. I think they can definitely like win again. I do think that the Chiefs aren't gonna be as good this season just because teams know how to beat them now. And like. I don't know, but like I think they're losing Sammy Watkins. He didn't have that great of a game. I think they need to sign Tyreek Hill.
He was still injured.
He was, but then like you're losing him. Then they gotta draft another receiver. But clearly they don't need a receiver. They need defense and O-line. I saw this one mock draft where they're getting Kadarius Toney's like from Florida. He's almost like a McCole Hardman type of guy, like not the biggest physical guy, but like super quick, super fast. Like
Their team is fast.
yeah, but I think they need a physical receiver. I think they need to get a physical receiver because Tyreek Hill wasn't able to do that. Tyreek Hill didn't really win on those slants routes. If he didn't get deep, then he didn't really do good. But yeah,
Michael Thomas. They need Michael Thomas. Yeah.
I'm really happy with the Super Bowl. I'm happy for Antonio Brown. Like I'm just happy for him. Happy for Tom. Gronk's been there before. Leonard Fournette. Yeah, like Leonard Fournette. Like yeah, like Leonard Fournette wouldn't even get they wouldn't re-sign him to Jacksonville, even though he's been like a Pro Bowl running back, had 1,000-yard like rushing like seasons. Then Bucks pick him up. He has a great season. I hope they get him back. I'm very happy with it, and I'm looking forward to it next season. Like it's gonna like the teams, because I think teams like are gonna switch. I think there's some up and coming teams that are gonna have really good like seasons as well.
Yeah, Saints are gonna win this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I saw this post and it was like that game was like Jordan on the Wizards and LeBron, like young LeBron.
Yeah.
Them playing in the NBA final.
There's another stat. Mahomes has beat in the playoffs. Mahomes has never lost. The only 2 times he's lost has been to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's
Tom Brady.
Like the GOAT.
it's like Tom Brady's not giving you the throne yet, Mahomes. You're gonna have to work a little harder. Cause
Yeah, they even said that after the game. It's like the torch hasn't been passed yet.
yeah, not yet.
Cool. They should have signed Eli Manning. You know,
And yeah, and another thing I was thinking of, I know like we kind of summed it up already, but the Michael Jordan LeBron thing, it's really hard to compare because they never really played against each other. Like you said on the Wizards.
Like a little bit now.
But now, I do personally do think if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Patrick Mahomes hasn't beat the best twice now. So honestly, if Tom Brady retire, for me, Patrick Mahomes can never be the GOAT. Just because he's never been able to beat the current GOAT.
And even
And he's had the chance. Yeah.
He's not like as.
Like he's not in his prime anymore.
I don't know if you say like as good as he was. Yeah, he's not in his prime anymore.
He's not.
Like,
Yeah, he's not as young.
Going into his prime. If you can't beat him now, then like
You're never gonna beat him.
you're never gonna beat him.
Yeah, and then you got to beat him sooner than later because Tom's gonna be out of the NFL soon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this was a really big Super for Tom. Like he solidified that like it was him, not really Belichick as much. I'm sure Belichick's still a good coach. Like I like the Patriots still, but like I think Tom Brady is really happy. And like we said, we could see from like his celebration of like the boat trip or whatever of him just throwing the Super Bowl or the trophy, not caring about it, looking absolutely destroyed, walking off the boat, like all that stuff.
It kind of looked like he put in all the work through the season, and then now that it's over,
It's like it paid off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And especially with like Corona and everything, it must have been so much harder to prep, like make connections with all those new guys that you don't even know.
Yeah, so much stress.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from the Super Bowl, very happy. We're going to NHL Power Rankings. The Leafs did beat the Habs last night.
Big win last night.
4-2. Toronto is now number 1 in their thing.
Yes, sir.
Toronto's now number 1 on the Power. Is this Power Rankings or other one?
This is power rankings.
Okay, so Toronto one's
Posted yesterday.
Toronto number 1's Power Rankings. To be honest, I think it's a little inflated only because like there's 6 teams in the Canadian League, and 3 of them. 7 and like 4 of them are like not very good. Ottawa's awful. Vancouver's not very good. Edmonton, you can score on them easily because their defense is bad, but McDavid and Draisaitl might get it on you. Calgary's not very good. Montreal, they're the only other good team and they beat them, so good for them. But I think like their numbers, like their stats are inflated just because like there's only 7 teams and all of them are good. Boston number 2. I may have called this one too. Boston's gonna win the Stanley Cup. Calling it now.
This man says Leafs are inflated, but Boston's all thinner.
Bro, they're in the American. They're in a good division. So yeah. Happy. Pasternak. Christian was just telling me he's coming back. I gotta put him off of IR. He's gonna be scoring some goals.
He's been back.
Okay, well, great. Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, we talked about this. We said these were one of the teams where you guys said they played 7 games and not 10, right? When you were looking at stats.
Tampa.
Yeah, so these guys were a little bit like down, but like now they're coming up. Tampa's always going to be a good team. You know what? And there's another thing. Tampa Bay Lightning won. Tampa Bay Buccaneers won. Miami made it. Miami Heat made it to the finals, which I guess is kind of Tampa basketball team. But like Tampa Bay just had a really good year this year. For all sports.
Yeah, for all sports, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, the Rays, the baseball team, and the Bucks like were awful the year before. And
Yeah.
they made it to like the finals.
Yeah, exactly.
Both of them. Yeah. Then you got Montreal at 5, who's been actually playing really well. Especially like last night was like they started off insanely good. Like
Yeah, I thought Montreal was gonna win. Toronto looks so sloppy like that. There's like the power plays going into the second, like to the end of the first. They're just like the first minute was good of the first one, but then they just look super sloppy.
Yeah. I mean, like,
and then
like
luckily
they
turned it around.
played against Vancouver. They played really bad in like the first 2 periods, and then like the third period, like where they go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flyers, they're a good team. Colorado, I love McKinnon.
Next 2 teams, these 2 teams like they haven't played for a while because of COVID, and Flyers now just got like a new case. They're not playing for a while. Same with Colorado, who's also missing McKinnon.
I like watching
They still
McKinnon
look
play.
pretty good.
He just slows the game down.
You got
St. Louis.
Washington here,
How's Obi doing this season?
really well. Last game that he just played against the Flyers, he got 1 assist where he put it between his legs, went around the defender and centered, and they scored. It was so nice.
It
He's
was
still
nuts.
scoring at like an insane rate. He just passed someone for goals.
I think he's
so
seventh
I think
now.
he's seventh
Or
now.
sixth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they're projecting him to go up 2 spots at the end of this year. So
Oh
he's
wow.
closing in on the Gretzky, but it's
I
still
actually
gonna
hope
be.
I actually hope he
insane,
takes it. I actually hope he passes.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to like to see like.
Because Gretzky
Yeah.
wants it too. Gretzky wants it too.
And in an interview, they asked him like, "What are you gonna do like if you pass it?" He's like, "I'm taking off my skates and I'm retiring."
Yeah, because he won the Stanley Cup
So,
now.
Yeah,
So
like, I think the only thing
Yeah.
he really cares about now.
Yeah. In Carolina and Dallas here, they haven't really played that many games because of COVID too. So it's just like COVID.
Coach messing
They're-
everything up.
Yeah, like they have like such little games like to go off of too. Like compared to like Toronto's played 13, these guys played like 8.
oh yeah.
Yeah, like, they want to end on time, but I don't think it's gotta be on time.
I don't think it's gonna end on time.
All the
Florida,
cases.
which is really surprising, 12. I think they're 7-1-1 right now. They're playing really really well right now, so that's a surprise. And then, like you guys said, like Cole said, Winnipeg here 13. They've been playing pretty well. Just Dubois' first game last
It's
game
bad.
didn't really do much, but just adding that like another
right now,
depth center.
The Columbus is winning right now because they got kind of going off.
Liney's doing better than the other guy.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Oh, Dubois.
Dubois hasn't been benched.
They benched Line already.
Wait,
He's
what?
been there for like a week and they benched him.
They benched him, like,
Oh my gosh.
off the assistant coach.
Oh my gosh. Line just has problems. Liney's like an Antonio Brown. Where does he have to go where he's gonna be fine?
Nah, I think Terrell will like make him.
Torrella's gonna be worse.
Nah, he's a hard ass. Like you,
He's a hard ass, and players like Line don't do good with that.
like if like London has to leave again, like no one's gonna really want to have London on their team.
Wow.
I don't know. He's still like a really good player.
Yeah,
Antonio Brown's a really good player, but nobody wanted him.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the attitude problem. I think Line said with Winnipeg, he was like, it was hard to play in that room because he just felt like the team hated him. Like the top players that he were playing with didn't like him, and then he's with a new team, with a new coaching staff, new everything. He just got traded. It's gonna be a little while before he gets like back into things. I feel.
Yeah.
So this was just like a little bump in the road because other than that, he scored. He's played 4 games and scored 3 goals, 2 on the power play, which that's why they brought him in to score on the power play. So I think he's been pretty good for that.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of Columbus, they're right behind Winnipeg. So we'll figure out who won that trade at the end of the year, I guess.
yeah. As of right now,
Mhm.
it's Columbus, but you never know. Dubois could go off. Hope he
Yeah,
plays
because
off.
that Jack Russell guy, he's been playing really well. He started off getting like 14 minutes, like 15 minutes a night. Now the last 2 games he's gotten 20 plus, so
Yeah.
it's looking pretty good. Pittsburgh 15, and then Columbus or
Edmonton.
16.
Yeah, I don't really
Which is-
care about these teams as much now.
Yeah.
I feel like once you get like past like the top 10, like even 12, it's like these guys don't even
Yeah,
have a
like
chance.
the 16 is like the cutoff for the playoffs, so. And then you have like the bubble teams like over here, pretty much. And it's kind of like hard to say right now because obviously with like the COVID games getting canceled and everything, but yeah, Toronto's looked really good. Like the top teams here like have looked really good this season. And yeah, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with that. Toronto's getting a little lucky with injuries though. Like we had
Mhm.
like Wayne Simmons, like starts lighting up in our team, and they just gets injured like for 6 weeks. So like that sucks. And then
Yeah.
our top prospect gets injured for like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, I
So
think
he gets injured.
I think a Toronto team's like gonna be at the top of the power rankings, or at least top 3 for a while. So that's either Montreal or Toronto, just because how bad their division is. Boston, I think they're always a good team. They always seem to do good at the start, but then like things kind of start slowing down, and they pick up during the playoffs. Vegas is like I think one of the best like just overall teams. Like I don't know a lot about hockey, but I don't think they have like any like massive names. but like they're just a really good, solid like overall team, and they all like play good together. Like I think that expansion draft, like they all kind of like got cut from their teams almost, and like that really united them, and like it seems like they've kept like the same core for a while now, for like 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
That's well said. Like you said, they were all like kind of cut, and then it kind of like gave them heart to like work harder.
Yeah, and it's worked. Like they've been a good team for a while now.
Now they're like cup contenders. Like
Every year it seems like.
you never would have thought like the expansion team, obviously
Yeah,
making the finals in their first year,
yeah.
and then contending every year since then. It's been like kind of crazy. And then
Yeah.
they're getting like really good players now, like Mark Stone, Pacioretty's playing really well. Petrangelo, who just signed with them. They have a young defense with Shea Theodore, so they're looking really good for the future too.
Yeah, I like Vegas. I think like like you said, they have a cool story to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Vegas fan now, huh?
No, I'm still a Boston fan, but I don't hate Vegas.
What about the Leafs?
I like the Leafs. I just something I've learned from you guys, like you don't want to get your hopes up about the Leafs because like they're number one in the power rankings right now. They do good, and then they just I don't know. Maybe they don't shit in the playoffs this year, but they shit in the playoffs every other year.
This year feels different. I know I say that.
You guys say that exactly. You say that every single year. You get Matthews, we're winning. You get Marner, we're winning. Muzzin, we're winning. Like all these guys, we're winning. I still think I said this last year. Freddie Anderson is not gonna win you guys a Stanley Cup. He's not a good enough goaltender. That one goal, that first goal against the Canadiens was shit.
Okay, but then from that point on, he played insane.
Okay, yeah, but like if you're gonna play against, but if you're gonna allow those goals, it doesn't matter because let's say what if Carey Price has a way better game? I don't know.
That happens to a lot of goalies, but
Didn't happen to Columbus last year. It didn't happen to Columbus as a goalie last year. That's why they won. They won solely off their goalie. You have the best. You have the top 6 forwards in the league, top 2 lines, and you can't outscore them.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys run into another really good goalie again, you're screwed.
Different team now.
You're a different team every year. I got it.
The fact that we can play defense and keep leads now. Last year, if we were up 3-1 against Montreal, I'd be scared. This year, I was chilling.
Yeah.
Like especially like Vancouver too. The 3-1, they put a lot of pressure, and same with Montreal last night. I would have been scared if this was last year, but
Yeah,
their defense looked
you
really
got a
good.
good defense. You got a good defense core now.
And especially like you said, we're missing Joe Thornton, Wayne Simmons, Nick Robertson, like some of our top players.
Jack Campbell now too.
Jack Campbell, yeah, our backup goalie, to injury, and we're still like able to win games like against really good teams too. So
Yeah, I think their power ranking is inflated because of the Canadian division. But yeah,
but
Okay, yo.
it is.
Montreal's good. Winnipeg's good.
Winnipeg, great team. They're 16th in the power rankings.
they haven't played enough games, so they played like 10.
Okay, then you got Ottawa, who's the bottom of the league. Didn't even see them in the power
Yeah, okay.
rankings.
Every division has that.
Calgary, you can't see in the power rankings.
It's like a Boston. Buffalo, COVID. Like Pittsburgh, I think had COVID. Philly has COVID.
Pittsburgh's at least top 15.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's
Yeah, but
Philly's higher than Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but they put
Yeah, but Pastrnak hasn't been there for how long, and they're still winning games.
because Philly's been playing really well.
Okay, so
Pastrnak just played 5. I think he's played 5 games now.
yeah.
Bro,
so-
you could say
So-
they're all inflated because COVID's
And-
messing everything.
Well, they're not, because one team has how many? Okay, how many teams are in Boston's league division?
8 including them.
Okay,
One more team.
and okay, yeah, one more, I guess. But it's fine. We'll see how the playoffs go.
But
One
the thing is, though,
division's
yeah,
way better. Okay, listen. Calgary's bad. Listen, Calgary's bad. Ottawa's bad. Winnipeg's not very good. They had to trade Laine, one of the superstars they just got. Edmonton's only good when 2 players do good, and even when those 2 players do good, they lose because their defense is awful. Montreal wasn't even good last year. Montreal's only doing good because they're in a shitty division. Then there's probably one more team I'm forgetting.
They beat Pittsburgh last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
They beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Pittsburgh hasn't been good since they won their last Stanley Cup. Since 2016.
Yeah, sure.
They gave Philly a run for their money too in the playoffs. Like it was it was closer than anyone else
Yeah,
thought.
cool. If Montreal beat them, you can say, oh, Pittsburgh bad.
That was last year. That was last year.
Yeah, that was last year. Like,
And Cole, me, Chun, and Jez were talking about it. The Leafs, in order to make it to the semifinals, they only have to be 8 teams. In order for them to win.
Yeah, and they're gonna be playing the bad Canadian teams to make
No,
it.
It's the same thing for you. In order for Boston to make it to the finals, they only have to beat 9 teams.
One more team. That's kind of harder.
oh,
No.
One more competitive team
cool.
every time.
Your division's Buffalo, New Jersey, the Rangers.
Jack Hughes, baby. Pittsburgh, Crosby,
Jack
Malkin.
Hughes. You just said Jack Hughes.
Yeah, I did.
You said Jack Hughes. Yeah,
Pittsburgh, you said. New York Rangers got Lafayette, the number 1 pick. He's beast.
Cole, you're done. You're out here.
He has 1 point.
Cole,
And yeah, he got 1 point because he's the number 1 pick. That's why. Keep going. Pittsburgh. What's the other teams?
Buffalo.
Jack Eichel's gross. Taylor Hall,
Cole,
gross.
yeah.
Next team after Buffalo.
Everybody else is not very good.
Islanders.
Islanders are a good team. They're gonna bounce back. They're in
Nah.
they were really good last year.
Their play styles is not working for them.
Well, they're gonna bounce back.
Other teams figured it out. They started off pretty good.
Their play style is they score a goal and then just play conservative
Sit
the whole
back.
time.
Like Columbus.
Cool. Basically, your division not good either.
Okay,
Really,
well,
realistically, like
who beats Toronto every year? Who makes it further every year? That's all I'm gonna say.
Divisions are really good. Especially-
Bro, you can't say Toronto's division's really good when they have 2 teams.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Cool. The Winnipeg is an amazing team, right?
Obviously, they're not.
What are they like? 7, 6, and 2 or
Cool.
something?
Power rankings are also like not because not all the teams play the same amount of games because all of them have had COVID. So the records will be good because they're COVID.
No, wait. Winnipeg's a really good team, but they're 7, 6, and 2. If this was a normal season, they were playing everybody, they'd have a way better record. But because they're playing really good teams like Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton.
You can't say Edmonton because you can score on Edmonton easily.
They're playing good
Edmonton
now.
beat them.
Yeah, that's because of 2 players. They're not a good team. They have good players.
They won against
But that's not a team. That's not a team. That's players.
I mean, that's a team.
That's players.
Still a team though.
It's like, you know what Edmonton is? You know what Edmonton's like? Edmonton's like they're playing doubles tennis. You got Draisaitl and you got McDavid. One shoots it, one scores it. One shoots it, one. That's what happens. That's basically what Edmonton does. They triple shift them.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not. That's all they do. And you got Nugent Hopkins, who's like the referee. Some calls he gives them a point, some calls he doesn't give them a point. And then your goalie's like, I don't even know, the line judge. They just let everything in. They keep everything in. They're playing tennis. I'm just playing tennis.
Yeah,
Cool.
their
Ottawa's
goalies
so
played
good.
like almost every game.
Cool. Ottawa's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the thing about Ottawa.
Don't tell me they're good. They haven't won a game.
No. Listen.
You could say
They
they're good.
They just gave Montreal like 2 really close games.
They're not good.
Why was Montreal so?
Because Montreal's inflated as well. Montreal's inflated as well.
No, cool. Montreal lost to Detroit 4 times last year. Detroit.
Chun.
Every good team has a bad game.
Yeah.
In hockey.
Every bad team has a bad game. Every bad team has a good game.
Shut up.
No. Ottawa can keep a game close because of their competitiveness. That's what I think. Even though they're not winning games, it comes down to the star.
It's towards actually saying that Ottawa's
Not,
good.
I didn't say they're good.
You just said they can win games because of their competitiveness. Meaning, if you can win games, you have to be somewhat good.
The thing is, so much. Ottawa's keeping those games close.
Yeah.
But they don't have that star player.
Yeah.
So they're
Brady to Chuck, star player. One of my favorite players.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
it's either Boston's division's the best or the North division's the best.
So I'm being told Boston Division's the worst by Chun. Now I'm being told they're the best. Tell me what I'm supposed to hear. I'm getting told Boston Division's the best by Christian and Boston Division's the worst by Chun. I don't know. I think that means they're middle of the pack at least. And if they're second,
No.
they're playing decent teams.
And that division are one of the best ones.
Are you saying North as in Canadian Division?
Yeah.
Holy yeah, okay.
Yo, get out of here, man.
Cool.
Torres, don't tell me Ottawa's good. Don't tell me Calgary's good. Don't tell me Vancouver's good.
They are good.
They're inflated, bro. None of those teams are winning the Stanley Cup.
How do you know that?
Because it's just obvious. They're not good. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so I don't know all the teams, but I can't do almost. Edmonton's not winning the cup. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
Winnipeg's not going to win the cup because when you trade a guy like Laine, it's just too much stuff gets switched around. In order to win, you do, but you can't win it. You can't win a Stanley Cup like in hockey just with one season. Like that's why I think Tom Brady's so good is because he went to a new team and just won. You can't do that in hockey, or if you do,
But Cole,
nah. Okay, let me finish. No, Winnipeg's a good team. I know, but when you bring in a new guy, maybe Winnipeg, if they're that good, we'll see that after this playoffs. Maybe they'll win in 2-3 years. So, but I don't think Winnipeg's gonna win. Ottawa I know is not winning. They can't even make the playoffs at this point. They can't bounce back. Vancouver, I like them, but I think it's just gonna be a down year. They had a good year last year. They're a down year. So then that leaves me with two teams now: Toronto and Montreal. Toronto can. But off my experiences of living in Canada and liking Toronto and having friends that like Toronto, they are not gonna win. I'm letting you guys know now. Habs, I think the Habs have a better chance at winning the Stanley Cup than Toronto's.
Okay, but
So there's two teams who have a chance.
playoffs, like I said, they only have to be 8 teams, including those.
No, I think Toronto will make playoffs. Toronto will make playoffs, but
No,
then
if they're the best team in the North Division, they go to the semifinals.
yeah,
And then you just have to win a series there, and you're off to the finals.
but they're not gonna win this finals at all. Especially if they're playing against Boston. I hope that game goes to Game 7 and you guys get karma. Like, I hope you guys get.
I hope.
Yeah, go to Game 7. You guys are gonna flip the switch. You haven't been able to flip the switch for like 4 years now.
I hope they play Boston.
I do too. I do too.
Man, Cole, what are you talking about?
Because it's just this, like with football, the storylines will just like hype up the games so much. Like it'll just be so good.
If I was Toronto, I wouldn't want to play Boston.
I
They
hope
just always
you
lose.
play. I hope you decide to still leave. I hope.
Yeah.
You lose. Your
I hope
team
Austin Matthews
sucks.
die.
Your team
I'm not gonna
sucks.
say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Your team sucks.
I don't hope he dies.
Yeah.
I hope he
Cole,
lives.
say it, yeah, say it.
I hope he lives. I hope he has a good life, a good hockey career.
Like Cole, talking about our division, right? Like his division's all.
You, Torres just told me that's the best division, man.
Nah, there's some.
Don't tell me that.
There's some.
I don't know what you're saying.
I have it, bro. I'm recording this so it can go to YouTube. I have that, bro. Like that's been saved into the internet, into the
I
files.
don't care. Keep it. I don't do anything I care.
But you can't tell me it's the worst when I'm getting told it's the best.
Get
Who's
out.
the best division?
The North Division.
Oh, that's troll.
Who's next?
Who's next?
Yeah. If he says Boston, he's gotta say it, bro.
Not enough the East, man. East is kind of garbage. Like Boston, like I don't know. Definitely I think this Central.
Who's in the Central Division?
Tampa, Dallas, Florida, Carolina. Some
Actually,
Detroit.
that's pretty good division now.
Detroit.
Now that
That's a good
Florida's
team.
playing good.
Okay.
Detroit beat Boston, honestly. Do you think about it? You know, Detroit.
Yeah. Why would they beat Boston?
Because Boston sucks.
But like, give me some like why? Like, give me a rundown. Why do you think they would win?
Detroit has more heart.
Yeah.
No, they
Nobody has more heart than Boston. That's why they always win.
I'm kidding.
You got Patrice Bergeron, old.
Hey, Cole, think about this. Cole, like you said, Boston always has those big hitters, those guys who hit everybody, right, in the playoffs. You lost your captain,
I know.
Chara, and Torrey Krug, who brings a lot of energy, right?
Yeah, but he's
You
kind
don't
of
have those guys anymore.
gets bullied around and gives the other team energy.
Your defense,
McAvoy.
gone. McAvoy's basically like your best defender now.
Yeah, but he's our best defender last season too.
I think Krug was. Krug was one of your best.
And that Crew couldn't hit. Couldn't kick guys out in front of the net.
Christian, if you can't hit, you shit. That's cold.
Oh, did you not see the hit against Robert Thomas in the final?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Clark saw Boston said. Yeah, Clark saw.
They didn't make the finals this past year. It was Dallas and Tampa.
Nah, you're
Not
bad
this year.
fan,
Not
bad
this year.
Okay, so you're not even talking about this year. So how am I supposed to know what you're talking about? I'm a very current and relevant thinker.
Iconic hit. That's an iconic Boston hit.
I remember the McAvoy hit against the Hurricanes. That was a big hit. McAvoy destroyed one of the Hurricanes player and then couldn't play in the series.
I don't even remember that.
It's not important. It's not important. It's not important. Yeah,
I remember Toronto losing because Char was in front of the net and Patrice Bergeron shot it from the blue line. I remember that. I remember Boston beating them in Game 7 again. I remember that. Pasternak, Marchand, and Bergeron. I remember that.
Yeah, get out of your Tom Brady thing. Get out. God, you're so annoying, man.
Dude, you know what? I hope the Leafs play Boston in the final.
I do too.
And the Leafs finally get the revenge and beat them.
They're never going to get revenge, bro. It's like Patrick Mahomes never going to get the revenge on Tom Brady. It's just when someone's that good and when someone just has your number and knows how to beat you, it doesn't matter.
That's a different.
Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah? Boston Bruins are the
Boston's
GOAT.
Boston's the good.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
saying you're
Okay, real question. Who's the best team in hockey? Like, not now, but, like, ever.
Montreal.
Like, they have the most, like, championships and everything? Stanley Cups?
And then Toronto's second.
But, like, more current. Like, who's been, like of our lifetimes, who's been the best team?
Chicago or Pittsburgh.
Chicago. Yeah, Chicago or Pittsburgh. Even I'd put San Jose up there too.
Nah, they have never won, though.
Yeah, even though they never won, they've played.
I know Chicago. I remember Chicago and Pittsburgh.
Detroit's up there too. Detroit's like up there a lot.
With Monday at Dasuk and Zetterberg.
Yeah, like they were so good before.
Yeah, but Chicago and Pittsburgh are the best like our decade. Yeah.
Even maybe the Kings too.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
them with Jonathan Quick on that team.
Like Crosby, Malkin, and then like Kane and Taves. Like those are good
Yeah,
duos.
those are the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you guys think Edmonton's gonna be able to do that if they get a good team around them?
Wait, what'd you say?
Do you think Edmonton's gonna be like one of those has like those crazy good duos if they
could, man, but I don't know.
like? Do you guys think it's gonna be hard for them to get a team?
What can you really add around that to make them better?
Defense, goalie, other
And their
players.
cap on that good.
But-
It's like
Yeah, with their cap space and everything, like, especially like what you need to do it like, how do I make McDavid better than he is now? You're not gonna add, like, who's realistic that they can add?
Chara, they should have added them.
No.
They could get
yeah,
Matthews.
all the team that's Stanley Cup.
Matthews.
Makes a difference. Matthews.
Honestly, I wanted Matthews to go. I wanted Matthews to go to Edmonton so bad, or McDavid to go to Toronto so bad to see both of them play together. That'd been so fun to watch, like those two playing together.
Yeah.
Only if it happened in Edmonton.
We wouldn't have like, if you think about it, if that happened, our team would look completely different. We probably wouldn't have Tavares.
You'd probably be the Edmonton vote.
Yeah.
If we had Matthews and McDavid having no team.
You would have still got Marner though.
No, Marner was in the McDavid draft.
What pick was Marner?
Fourth.
My God, he's not very good.
What?
I'm kidding. I know. I got that. I got a good reaction from you guys. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. So it went McDavid, Eichel,
Oh.
Dylan Strome, and now
Marner.
Marner.
Yeah, I remember Marner with London Golden Knights or whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna be seeing the Leafs in the finals, baby. Calling it now.
Yeah,
That's
Boston
it.
sucks. Boston sucks.
We're not seeing them in the finals. Seeing the field sports. Let us know who you guys think is gonna end up winning the Super Bowl.
Boston finals.
Let us know if you're a Toronto fan and if you know they're gonna lose in Game 7 to some team somehow.
You're chatting.
Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys. Do you guys have any last remarks?
Go Leafs, go. That's it.
Yeah, like we say in every video, comment down for things to talk about, and yeah, next episode next week. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, Boston sucks.
Yeah, if you guys want us to give us anything to talk about, let us know. Like Christian said. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week. Tom Brady is the best he's the best franchise in all of sports. He has 7 all by himself. He's been to 10. He has a better chance of making the Super Bowl than Steph Curry does hitting a 3. Tom Brady's the best athlete. Cap. Tom Brady is the best sports player at his sport ever. See you guys later. That didn't make very much sense. Thanks for watching. See you guys.